morning. This morning I'm reading part of Revelation chapter 5. As John said last week, the book of Revelation is not often easy to understand, but it also includes some sublime words. John called them upbeat. And this reading ends with an example of those. So, Revelation 5 verses 1 to 10. Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, "Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll?" But no one in heaven, or on earth, or under the earth, could open the scroll or even look inside it. I wept and wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll or look inside. Then one of the elders said to me, "Do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed. He's able to open the scroll and its 7 seals." Then I saw a lamb, looking as if it had been slain, standing in the centre of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders. He had 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. He came and took the scroll from the right hand of him who sat on the throne. And when he had taken it, the 4 living creatures and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb. Each one had a harp, and they were holding golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sang a new song. "You are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals, because you were slain, and with your blood you purchased for God members of every tribe and language and people and nation. You've made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign on the earth."
As Helen said, not an easy passage to understand, full of mystery and wonder. And if that's the case with today's Bible reading, it's also true of the person that the Church of England calendar commemorates on the 9th of November. Her name is Margery Kempe, and she is described as a mystic. I'll admit I'd never heard of her, but I've dug around to find out more. She was born in 1373 in King's Lynn, where her father was mayor. She had 14 children, couldn't read or write, and was subject to strong emotions which, as was common in her day, were put down to the work of the devil. But then she started having sacred visions, including conversations with Jesus, and she described these with great passion. She went on pilgrimages to Rome, Jerusalem, Santiago de Compostela, and Gdansk in modern Poland. On these journeys she dressed in white and was often found weeping while she described her visions. Some church authorities wanted to try her for heresy, but she was greatly loved by her fellow travellers and by the poor, to whom she showed great kindness. In her old age, she came back to King's Lynn, and as she still couldn't read or write, she dictated her story to scribes. It's called simply The Book, and it covers just about every aspect of her life. Her religious experiences, many of them dramatic, her struggles with mental health, told with honesty, and her daily living, described in what we might call down-to-earth detail. And some see it as the first autobiography ever written in English. I've looked at a few pages, and though I wouldn't want to read it all through, I can see why it's highly regarded. It's the graphic testimony of someone who had both feet firmly in this world and at the same time a great love for Jesus and a vision of heaven. So today we have the book of Margery Kempe and the book of Revelation. Both of them, I've got to say, weird and wonderful. I'm not by instinct a mystic, and part of me says it's much more important as Christians to cope with life as it is, not be transported to heavenly realms. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe we all need sometimes to hear about life as it could be, life as it will be. Maybe we should allow visionary people to give us glimpses of heaven. Maybe it's important for us to hear and take to heart the song of praise to Jesus in Revelation that Helen read for us. You are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals, because you were slain, and with your blood you purchased for God members of every tribe and language and people and nation. It's a beautiful vision. Yes, we have to live life as it is, especially in these challenging times. But great writers, poets, composers of sacred words and music, preachers, visionaries can lift us, and I thank God for them. So in a moment's quiet, let us reflect on what inspires us in our daily lives, on our own, in the company of others, in creation, in our gardens, as we read, as we sit quietly, in church, even on Zoom. Let us give thanks for any glimpses of glory that transform our lives and strengthen us to follow Jesus. I close with a modern Celtic prayer written for a bleak winter's morning. Though the dawn breaks cheerless on the world today, my spirit walks upon a path of light. Thou, Lord, hast built me a throne within thy heart. I dwell safely within the circle of thy care. I cannot for a moment fall out of the everlasting arms. I am on my way to glory. Amen.